Post-disaster nuclear safety efforts continue in Japan, following the massive March 11th earthquake and tsunami that triggered the worst nuclear disaster since the 1986 Chernobyl accident. Signs of recovery are beginning to appear. On Tuesday, May 31st, data from the Industry Ministry showed that Japan's factory output rose 1% in April. The next day, auto giant Toyota Motor Corporation forecast its domestic production to return to about 90% of its pre-disaster level, as recovery of parts supplies were occurring faster than anticipated. On Thursday, Prime Minister Naoto Kan survived a no-confidence vote in Parliament as he apologized for any mishandling of affairs following the March disasters and said that he would step down as soon as reconstruction efforts were further underway.
Meanwhile, Tokyo Electric Power Company, or TEPCO, continues with efforts to bring its disaster-hit Fukushima Daiichi power plant under control. In a preliminary report published on Wednesday, an 18-member team from the UN International Atomic Energy Agency, or IAEA, said that Japan had underestimated the tsunami risk at several nuclear sites. The report urged Japan to create an independent nuclear regulatory board so that it is not attached to the ministry that promotes nuclear power. The inspectors also called for regulators worldwide to learn from the Fukushima Daiichi accident and to reassess the risks of natural disasters. Japan has meanwhile dropped plans to build new nuclear reactors, and it is still uncertain when or if the existing plants will meet sufficient safety standards to be restarted. If their ability to withstand conditions similar to those that triggered the Fukushima Daiichi meltdown cannot be confirmed, more will be halted for maintenance or perhaps even shut down, with longer-term power rationing likely.
On Tuesday, TEPCO workers discovered an oil slick approximately 300 meters long seeping into the sea from reactors number 5 and 6, which may have started at the time of the disaster. A barrier fence was installed to contain the leak as officials worked to assess the magnitude of the spill and its potential radioactivity.
According to Japan's Education Ministry, the nuclear catastrophe has prompted some 10,000 children to evacuate Fukushima Prefecture, while another 5,500 have changed schools within the prefecture. A study by researchers from Fukushima University and a local environmental group found that snow in the mountains around Fukushima City is contaminated with radioactive materials above the safety limit for drinking water.
With the Fukushima Daiichi disaster sparking more nuclear safety concerns around the world, Italy's top court ruled on Wednesday that the Italian citizens may vote in a referendum scheduled for June 12th and 13th to decide whether or not the country should accept nuclear power. The referendum is expected to influence nuclear energy policies of other European nations.
Our appreciation, Japanese and international officials and personnel, for your efforts to halt the nuclear disaster and ensure the welfare of the public. May all inhabitants on Earth be protected from such dangerous situations through our adoption of more harmonious eco-caring ways.